Am I seriously considering quitting farming? Let's talk about it. Hello everyone, my name is Mervell. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. In this video, we are going to discuss some of the challenges and issues that I've been having since I started pig farming back in the Congo. So if that sounds like something you are more interested in, stick around to the end of the video, then you're going to find out the reason. And I'm going to break it down, and probably watching this video, you may get an idea if you are considering starting a pig farm in Congo or just farming in general. Without further ado, let's jump straight to it. You guys, if you've been following me for a while now, you know that I started pig farming a few years ago now. I acquired my farmland with the help of my mom and a friend, and from there I claimed ownership on the property, and now I have activities taking place. I have a barn built in my farm, and there's a house built for my workers, and then there are different plants growing: avocado, mangoes, oranges, and the multitude of fruits that are consumed in Congo, bananas, you name it. It's all growing in there. I am very, very excited, and trust me, you guys, every time I get on the airplane to fly to Kinshasa, I'm always thrilled and so excited because I know I'm about to go see what's taking place on my farm and also get to connect with the nature. It's always a pleasure every time I'm visiting there. But I have to admit, there are challenges that I have been dealing with farming in Kinshasa, and in particular in Menkawu, the location where my farm it is, right? So I've discussed this numerous occasions on my videos. I apologize, like I'm just getting my voice back. So I've discussed the challenges that I have faced farming in that specific area. Number one, water is one of them. Water has been one of the issues that have made it so much more challenging farming in Kinshasa. Usually during dry season, and we are approaching dry season, just thinking about it, it's just giving me PTSD, because I know what my employees went through last year during dry season. And I've considered building a borehole, but I had people come out, they conducted studies, I paid for it, costing me close to like $180, maybe $200, I don't remember exactly, but it definitely was above $150. They conducted studies, so they found water is a little further. It is available there, but it is so much deeper down the ground that it will take heavy duty equipment to reach it and bring it back to the surface, and so on and so forth. So they ended up giving me all the estimates, something like close to $25,000. I say, nah, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? And I also knew that there are other alternatives other than just spending the $27,000. And then after I spoke with the guy, after he had given me the estimate, so he told me I did that so it's more for commercial purposes. So you could also distribute water throughout the village where your farm is located, because locals do not have access to water as well. So that would have served as a business model per se. It's more like an investment. So you spend $25,000 on this, you have water 24/7 on your farm. In addition to that, you become a distributor of water in that specific village or whatever. I was like, I didn't ask for that. You should have just told me, before you go ahead and do the estimates. I wanted something that's more private. I did not want something that's more commercial. I'm like, regardless, he had already done his job. I paid him for it, and he was trying to ask me for an additional amount to conduct, to do me, like, to draft another estimate if I wanted to do just a personal borehole, just to just serve the farm alone. That's it. I'm like, all right, I think I already know what I know. But then I spoke with other people. I got in contact with other local companies that, you know, drill boreholes and stuff. And then the price was actually affordable, to be quite honest with you. I'm talking about from $5,000 up to maybe like $9,000, or let's just say like $10,000. So that actually would be sufficient to sustain the farm. I was okay with that, those numbers then, right? But at the same time, I'm sitting there and thinking, do I really want to spend that kind of money? And, you know, just for the pigs? I could if I really wanted to, but at the same time, I'm like, I also want to evolve in an area where spending extra a couple of thousands to bring the infrastructures just so my farm is, you know what I mean, is run smoothly. I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but I will rather evolve in an area where water is available and I don't have to spend extra $1,000 to bring those infrastructures, so it's just there. But one thing we also need to understand, that location is key when you are starting farming, right? So if I want to move to a land that's either near the river where I can extract water source that will be used on a farm from the river, the cost is going to probably be 3 or even 4 times higher than what it costs where my farm is located right now, right? Even regardless, like the price going up, even where I own my farm, when I first purchased this back in 2018, I think I've shared this with you guys, it cost me like $600 per hectare. Now the price has doubled. So 2018, 2025, so we're talking like, what, 7 years? Like in a span of 7 years, that price went from $600 to $1,200. So now to buy a 1 acre in that area, you're looking at $1,200 per hectare. So just something to keep in mind for some of you considering to start a farm. And keep in mind, this is in an area where water is not available. You will have to either fetch water on some of these local wells that are available there, which I would really not recommend, because water gets used by many locals, so it will probably dry out pretty quickly. So I would recommend that you also have your own, where you can collect rainwater, which I am currently doing, even if I'm not doing it in a much more advanced manner, but it's been working. So I bought like lots of barrels that are available on the farm that my employees use. So when it rains, they collect rainwater and things of that nature, and it's been working quite efficiently, right? Because having animals like pig on a farm, it's not the same as any other animal. So pig consume lots of water, and in addition to that, they need to bathe every other day. So when your pig's not getting bathed, chances of them catching parasites and bringing pests onto the farm, it is so much higher. So you have to keep those things take those things into account and keep that in mind at all times. I share this information with you guys so you guys are prepared. So when you are considering journeying into pig farming, so you know exactly what to expect. I am not, just to answer the question when I started this video, I am not quitting farming, but I am considering moving to a different location. Spoiler alert, I may be selling my farm too. So in case you are interested in buying my land, let me know in the comment section down below, or shoot me an email, then we can talk about it. The money that I already have available to buy the farm in this one location, which I am going to share with you eventually, but I'm still gonna keep it a secret. It's quite pricey. I'm not gonna have as much land as I do currently own where my farm is run, but it will be in a much strategic location. Not that where I'm at, it's not strategic at all. Let me just be to make that clear. But I'm considering something a little more closer to the river, or where it's like residential, but at the same time, you know, it is still, you know, I have to answer a phone call. I'll get back with you. I'll get back to you in a minute. My apologies. I had to answer a phone call. My supervisor was calling me. It was asking if I was interested in working overtime this weekend. So, of course, I said yes. You don't turn money down just like that, all right? So, with that being said, I'm considering, well, actually, I'm already in the process of negotiating the price with the new farm that I'm buying, right? And when I know I'm going to get it, when I get it, the one that I have now, it will officially be on sale. It will be put on the market to be sold. So if you're interested, hit me up. We can talk business, all right? I'll tell you everything you need to know about the farm. And if you are interested in purchasing the entire 15 acre, let me know. If you are just interested in purchasing certain amount, including the barn that's already in there and the house that I built, that's gonna probably run you a little more cash, just because of what I have spent. And the price of it all, it will be a little higher than the average, just because of the existence of the barn and the house that I built. Because I'll try to get as much back as possible that I spent on it, right? Because that's a whole investment. So when you purchase it, you won't have to build your own, right? You already have something available you can start with. And if you don't like the way it's built or whatever, and if you can afford to build another one, be my guest. But I'm gonna have to lay that up to the big dogs, right? I always call them the big dogs because these people got money. They have the resources. They can just go in there, build a borehole in a matter of days, and then they bring all sort of infrastructures, and next thing you know, boom, it's booming. You know what I'm saying? And then, just speaking of booming, there's lots of pig farm growing in that area, because I used to be one of the ones who started pig farming in that area when I went in there. But now I'm probably not even close to comparing myself to what other people's are doing there. But it's very, very impressive to be one of the first one who inspired people to start pig farming in that particular location, right? And the reason I'm just doing this video is because I'm a kind of person who believe in independence. I try to be financially independent, and I don't rely on aid. You know what I'm saying? I don't rely on aid. I'm not the kind of a person who will come here and start asking for donations because I want something done. If I cannot afford it, I'm not going to ask people for no money. I'm just going to go for something I know I can afford. All right. That's why I'm considering buying this piece of property that I already looked at. I had my guy go out there, film it for me, and he confirmed. And I asked other people that I trust who actually kind of got an idea of the kind of location that I'm looking for. I know I've said it multiple times in my video, you don't send money when you buy. Of course, I'm not sending money. So they're just there to show me and appreciate. But when it comes down to the transaction, you know I'm getting on an airplane myself. I'm getting on an airplane and I'm going to sign this paperwork with the guy and make sure I get mine. And if there is some other piece of paperwork that needs to be notarized or whatever with local authorities or whatnot, so I'll be willing to do that while I'm on the ground myself. Because just so you know, there is a trip underway to Congo, but I'm not going to reveal the dates just yet. It's probably a couple of months out, but I will keep you guys updated as the days as we approach those dates. So and that's just that, man. I'm just gonna go for something a little smaller, not like too small, but it's something. I own like 15 acres now. If I get 5 or 6, that should be enough to do the things that I want doing, as long as I got the infrastructures that I need. And then the money, hopefully, if somebody comes forward and is interested in buying it, then we're gonna, I'm going to use that to either build, to speed up the building process of the, I'm going to build a barn, or, and as well as the chicken coop for my poultry farming project that I've been talking about for a long time. That does not seem to come true at all, but this time it's just and yeah, man, that's what I've been thinking. And like I said, I love where my farm is located, but I also believe that it takes a certain level of earnings and having the financial spending power. I mean it's like the more advanced spending power to be able to build the infrastructures to run the farm in that area. The kind of money that I'm not able to spend. I cannot always depend on rainwater all the time, right? So now that dry season is around the corner in Congo, so I have to figure out how I'm going to have water in there. So last year it did cost me quite a bit to I was, per week we're buying water so the pigs will have water to drink and also water to bathe. So it was really, really challenging, and that's something that I am not ready to deal with this time around. All right, there you have it, guys. So please let me know in the comment section what you thought of this video, and if you are interested in, please shoot me an email, and also reach out with any questions you may have. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.